At one time, it was said that small businesses had an average life of 3 years. And it seemed to me that some of that was because when they went into the businesses, they spent their money instead of reserving it for future growth. Do you have sessions where that is pointed out to new small businesses that they need to have pretty good reserve?
Yeah, we have, when part of our small business training now, we have we're delivering part of a customized national program called Fast Track, and it's a 6-month course, and it has dedicated sessions to how to manage your money and capital, and that that you can't go out and immediately buy a new car or other things, or to have the thought that your customers think that you have to be dressing in a certain fashion or driving a certain individual type of car. And so yes, that is part of our training and counseling program, and which we also encourage our small business incubator clients, because the small business incubator is still a relatively new concept, where there at the Bill J. Priest Institute of the Dallas County Community College has a dedicated small business incubator with approximately 50 offices that are below commercial real estate values, which when they lease these spaces, then we are close by to give them day-to-day, month-to-month counseling and support on how to manage, direct, and grow their businesses. And then that's also available to any individual. And our incubator right now, currently, for the last year or more, has been stays occupied probably 95-96% of the time. And then,
go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think we have 50 to 55 spaces available.
That has been a very, very busy area. What is the life of an incubator? About how long do they stay with that part of the business?
With our contracts that we have at our location, we give them 4 years to get the business started, to let it grow and expand to the point that they're busting out, and by that time they're ready for commercial office space and continued growth. By that time, they have a good, solid client base and customer base that they can depend on for income of their products and services. And 4 years has worked out pretty well. I think it's somewhat of a national average. There's an incubator in Fort Worth that I think follows a similar track.
Well, small businesses are very important right now, because when the layoffs do come, the small businesses rarely have big layoffs.
Yes, that's so true, and those small businesses are many times largely dependent upon the large businesses that are laying off, and so they have to be very astute to what's happening in the business community, what's happening to their client base, so that they can make adjustments necessary to sustain themselves.
And then there are some larger companies who will sponsor a smaller business in a certain area. Do you have any activity of assistance for some of those businesses where the big business bring them in as it's kind of like an internship?
Yes, the SBA has a program that I think it's referred to as the 8A program, and for minority business development, and a lot of your large aerospace contractors participate. I know Bell Helicopter does in our area. The the large aerospace companies in Fort Worth as well, and as well as some of the communication companies in Dallas also do, and that's been and they also have their some guidance themselves internally to help these people get started and then to expand, and that they don't have a business that's 100% or 80% dependent on their their products, and so as much diversification as they can do, the better they're going to be in long term.
Then I have visited some small businesses where the individual were working for companies, and the company decided to discontinue that particular product and that sort of thing, and then they go into that business and produce that product themselves.
Yes. Yeah, we have seen that many times, especially in some of the downsizing there. That happens, and because these people, have those skills, they have been there long enough that they know who some of the customers are, and they many times know of ideas on how to improve that same product or process that is going down, that maybe the business was just too big that it couldn't implement those changes that the small business can do, and then it acts as a seed and a catalyst on starting anew.
Yes. Well, I do thank you for coming, and I know what kind of assistance that is offered, and it's much appreciated by the small businesses. We have had a number of small business owners to come to the office and say, I think I'm going to be in trouble. I'm not sure about my line of credit. And they are businesses that had good management.
Yes.
Are the banks loosening up a little bit? Yes,
they are. We're part of the North Texas Lending Association, and we have quarterly meetings, and of course those topics are discussed, and now with the new president's stimulus that is coming into the banking community, trying to revitalize some of that and loosening up some of that capital, because these companies really needed to grow and to expand and ultimately hire some of these laid off individuals and get them back in the mainstream of business.
And it is not just small businesses that need a line of credit. Sometimes people think that is just something that they need, but all businesses have lines of credit.
Yes.
And it's probably the comparative to the size of business that they have.
Yeah, it's and in the way that sometimes the news media shapes what the impression is that the people on the viewing end see, and but those are standard business practices that you'll find in any business school, and those principles as well.
Well, thank you very much. We're out of time, but this has been very interesting, and I'm hoping that there will be some viewers that will learn a little bit, and you'll probably get a few more people calling on you.
I hope so.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
And hopefully we will be back next week with another interesting guest, and we expect to have you tune in. So if you need to be in touch in the meantime, you can call 214-922-8885.
This has been another edition of Report from Washington featuring Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson. You can reach Congresswoman Johnson at 202-225-8885 or 214-922-8885. You can also contact her through her website at http://www.house.gov/ebjohnson.